Today we're going to be looking at the artist Karla Gerard. Karla is a contemporary folk abstract artist. Let's look at those words. Contemporary means that Karla is still alive today and she's still creating pieces of work. Abstract means that her style is not like painting or creating art that looks like a photograph, but you can still recognise what her art looks like. So if you look at these pictures here, you can clearly see they're pictures of buildings. Folk artist means that Karla is self-taught. So this is what we're going to try and create today. We're going to be drawing buildings and we're going to be using 2D and 3D shapes. So for this artwork you need some paper, a permanent black pen or a felt tip you could get away with, some pastels, but if you haven't got pastels you can use crayons. You also need some watercolours. So you can see here I'm using 2 sheets of paper. I'm putting one sheet over the top of the other. And this is because sometimes when you're using permanent pens, the pen can go through the paper and onto the surface. And you don't want to be getting in trouble at home or in school if you end up with permanent pen all over the table. So as I said before, it is best to use a permanent pen rather than a felt tip, because sometimes when you use a felt tip and you use the watercolours later, when you paint over the felt tip it can sometimes smudge. With a permanent pen you don't get a smudging effect. So if you can get hold of a permanent pen, brilliant. So what you can see I'm doing here, I'm drawing some houses that are 2D shaped and some houses that are 3D shaped. And you're just going to have fun drawing different houses and completing them by using different patterns. You can do anything you like. So just keep going, drawing lots of different houses all over your page. So you want to try and complete the whole of your piece of paper by drawing as many different types of buildings as you can. If you're feeling like you need a little bit of inspiration, then have a little walk around Lim and look at the different buildings and try to have a go at drawing them. So as I said before, you can use crayons or you can use pastels for this work. I'm going to use pastels. First of all, I'm going to pick one colour, which is yellow. But I'm not going to put the yellow in one place. I'm going to spread the yellow out across my page. And the reason we do this is because when somebody looks at your artwork, they are usually drawn to that colour and their eyes move across towards that colour. And if you spread the colour out, their eyes are drawn across your artwork. That means they'll look at all of your artwork rather than just the one colour. So again, I've chosen green this time, and I'm spreading out my green across the page. I'm going to choose quite bright colours for this piece of work because Karla tends to use quite bright colours in her work. Now you don't have to colour every single bit, but I like using the pastels, so I think I'm going to carry on and colour as much as I can. Pastels and crayons are quite thick, so sometimes it's quite difficult to get into the small gaps. Don't worry, because later we're going to paint over the top, so you won't see any gaps. There we are, almost finished. I'm just finishing off a few bits. Again, I'm choosing to colour every single part of my page, but you don't have to. You can leave some of the gaps just white and we can paint over them later. So now we're going to go over the top of the picture with watercolours. And I've chosen to put some of my watercolours into a pot with quite a lot of water because I want it quite runny and quite clear. So I've chosen 3 colours. I've got a green, and I've got a bluey colour and a purple. And I've chosen those colours because they're my favourite colours and I think they work really well together. So you're taking one of your colours, and again, don't paint it in the same spot. Spread the colour out in different parts of your picture. So I'm just using the blue here. A little bit dark, I could do with a little bit more water on that. And then I'm going to use the green. Now I don't mind if these colours run into each other because I think that will look quite nice. But what you don't want to do is to really mix the colours up, otherwise it might become a little bit brown and a little bit dark. So again, I'm choosing the purple here. Now I'm mixing it all the way around. I'm using quite a thick paintbrush. Keep going until you have covered the whole page. Cover all over the buildings. You've got some white bits, make sure you've covered them. There you go. Complete. Karla has created lots of different images. Have a look at these ones and see which one you like. Then have a go yourself, creating your own picture. Have fun with all different colours and all the different styles.